Hey everybody, it's Dave Howitt with your Gearshift Moment. Well, as you can see, I have a nice cup of coffee here, and every time I drink a nice Americano or an espresso, it reminds me of Italy, one of my favorite countries in the whole world. But let me tell you a fascinating story. A couple years ago, my wife and I were in Rome, having a beautiful dinner on a nice Roman evening with good friends of ours, and I said, I see a lot of people here in Rome. They all look different. So is Rome very diverse, very multicultural? And my friend, she said, oh, see, Rome has a lot of people here. She said, but they're not Italian. I said, what do you mean they're not Italian? Are they tourists? She goes, no, they're not tourists, but these people aren't Italian. She said, for example, they're Jews, but they're not Italian. It was just an odd response. And then she said, I don't even know how you can be Canadian. You're not Canadian. Your family came from England. The only way you can be Canadian is if you're Aboriginal. And I thought, oh, that's fascinating. See, I was talking about nationality and she's talking about ethnicity. She's talking about bloodline. And then I said, wait a minute. There's no such thing as Italian. She goes, what? I said, Italy was only formed, they were only unified in the late 1800s. I said, Canada's about as old as Italy. I said, there's no such thing as Italian blood. She kind of stared at me and I thought, okay, I have to change your mind. So that night we were out walking, there were lots of people. And my friend comes from a very kind of classical, upper class background. And I knew what would bug her. So I saw a guy walking towards us with his girlfriend, and he had big biceps. He had a tight fitting shirt on. And his collar was flipped up. And I said, hey, look at that guy over there with his collar flipped up. Why do Italian guys do that? And she had this look of disgust on her face. And she said, I hate that. I hate that. She goes, those people, they're in Canada, you would call them rednecks. She goes, oh, it's so redneck. I said, yeah, but he's Italian, right? Just like you. And from then on, whenever I saw somebody I knew she wouldn't approve of, I went, hey, there's another Italian. And by the end of the evening, she said, okay, Dave, I think you're convincing me. So anyway, the RHB response to bloodline and ethnicity is there's all three gears in every tribe. And, the best way to break down a silo is talk about behavior and character rather than focus on, the amount of blood we have in our system. Anyway, I hope that helps. Have a good time.